and welcome back to the Western Wilds. Today we're going to set up the maple syrup production, but first we need to sell the pancakes and wood chips created last time. Meanwhile, the grass is ready to cut again, and it's time to make some more silage. Let's get farming. So today I'm going to get the silage production going in the background. We actually have the wood chips to sell first, so I think the best thing for me to do is to get my mower up and running. We'll get this going on the smaller field, and we'll see if we can get this cut using course play. So back her up and grab this, all connected up nice and quickly, and head out to the field. See if we can get this going in the background, because we've done an awful lot of this mowing and silage creation on video, so I want to concentrate more on setting up our maple syrup. And I'm kind of hoping that this will be able to just hang around in the background and get this job done. So bring this over here, bring up our course play, and it's detected the field rather nicely, which is very, very useful. Number of headlands, I think we'll only throw a couple of those in. Start work on the headland itself. It's going to end up with an offset, and I think the safest thing for us to do is probably have it so that it goes around the field counterclockwise. Does mean it'll be running over the grass while it's doing that first cut, but other than that, I think it should be fine. So generate me a fieldwork course. There we go, starting at this top corner. So we'll close the course generator and get out of here. And yeah, that's going to start the other way around. Bring it into first gear. I'm definitely having some interesting issues with my shifter at the moment. Doesn't seem to be behaving itself properly. It should be all right, I think, and we might try and replace it with something in the near future. Let's go first waypoint, and away you go. We just want to double check that this is going to go the right way. And it's interesting because it's not running at an offset. We really, really want that tool offset to work. So I'm going to try and position it in the right place. And back one, I think. Yeah, back there. And we'll stop that, and we'll just start it running again at the beginning of the field, because yeah, that has definitely got the wrong offset on it at the moment. So again, line it up to the first waypoint, and we will set it going there. So up it goes, and it's got a little bit of a delay putting it down, where it did last time. This time seems to be running all right, and yeah, much happier with that. That's got our mower actually over the top of this. So we might have a little bit of extra grass this time. But at the moment, that is getting on with the job exactly as we want it to. So in the meantime, we are going to grab our MB track here and head out and get this sold. We are going to need the front loader from the David Brown in a little bit, so that we can actually go and load up the pancakes to sell. We should get about 8 grand off the pancakes, plus maybe $1 grand or so off this little bit. Oh no, I don't think we even get that much off this wood chips. Best place to sell wood chips right now is Sawmill South, so we'll tag that, but I have a fairly good idea of where that is. In fact, we want to turn the other way around out here and head down that way. Both of our arable fields are looking pretty good at the moment. They're looking like they're going to be good crops, and we'll be harvesting those in the next couple of videos, I think. Sort of wrapping things up with maybe another 4 videos this week on here. So looking to wrap this series up by Friday. We should have full pancakes with maple syrup production going by then. And that is really my aim. How good is our production setup by the end of this? And so down to the other end, let's go and sell some wood chips. This is my first visit to this part of the map, and it's actually a really interesting area, really lovely area with lots of extra trees and things. Let's tip these wood chips. And this time we're putting them out of the flaps there, which makes a lot of sense, actually, unloading them that way here. But we are £383 better off from that. Lost £85. So this will probably pay for the use of our hired worker. But look at this area of the map. This is a really nice place to sort of set up a farm and make something a little bit interesting. It's a pity the area around the main farm isn't more like this, because that would make it much more interesting. That plain to the northern part of this map really doesn't do so much of this map justice. While I've got a little bit of time on my hands, I've just swung by the railway station up here because we've got just this tiny little bit of wood in our trailer. Didn't go out with the wood chips. I can pick it up. It is probably worth next to nothing. We're probably going to make less than the fuel that we took to get up here. But I was just intrigued to see how much it was worth. £45. Actually, that's not to be sniffed at. That easily covers an hour's worth of work from our hired worker. So yeah, I'm actually quite pleased that I made the trip out here to come and get rid of that. It means we have a nice empty trailer. We can now go and reconfigure this trailer to be a flatbed, and hopefully by the time we go to do that, our mower will have finished cutting our smaller field, and we'll be able to load up the pancakes and get them sold. Now that we've emptied the trailer, we can get it into our shed and just take the sides off so that we got a nice flatbed configuration for it and can easily transport these pancakes. I want to make sure my pancake production is turned off as well. I don't want to be producing any more that are without that. So let's customize the trailer. Yeah, take it down to just a bale trailer and customize that. Yes. And then we can hook it back up onto our tractor like so. And then I want to check on our production status. So pancakes, we've got a 124 liters there. So I want to deactivate that. We're going to try and get some maple syrup into this. I think we're going to need a water trailer to do that as well. Although our milk trailer would do that. So maybe we could get some water in. Let's just... Oh, no. We'll need to check that with our maple syrup production in a bit. So let's take this tractor around. And actually, I'm wondering if we can put this on the mowing. I haven't really got this set up for that. But I'm wondering if it would be a better setup to have this just doing that job. And then we can bring the David Brown back into the yard and maybe hook this up onto our truck, that trailer onto our truck instead. Yeah, I think it'd be wise to basically just have the Mercedes processing all of this today. The David Brown is doing a grand job. It is very nicely working on this. And probably want to try and grab it before it starts this next row. So let's just jump off here. Take our hired worker off. Gonna back this up and drop it down. I'm guessing I can detach it. Yep, in that state, so that's fine. We're then gonna copy this course. Put it on to the MB track. So copied course, please. We don't have the offset, so we will have to set that up again. But that should be all right. Anyway, this tractor should be able to run this mower, no problem whatsoever. So I want to make sure that we're just keeping running all day. That's the thing. We've had this. We know this is an all-day job. We know that getting this mowing working does take a while. That is quite a good tool offset, actually. Nearest waypoint Let's see all of them. Bring it forwards. And see if this goes with the waypoint I'm expecting it to. Yep, that has picked up right where the David Brown has left off. So we'll leave that doing that, and we'll go and load up our pancakes. I've put the forks on the front. We've got the barrel on the back. That will just even things out a little bit. Don't really need it. We know that this will handle this without much problem otherwise. Yeah, just helps to sort of balance things out a little bit. And I want to go and see if we can get the truck and load this on. But first, we're just going to get these pancakes onto the trailer. Not underneath it. I want to be... That's interesting. You see that? It's just poking that up a little bit and putting it underneath, which is a little bit odd. I'd prefer to properly put them on. Oh, actually, we've got... With these, we don't actually have to put them on this trailer like I'm doing. We could just put them in the flatbed of the truck. That's how we sold them last time. But I've got the flatbed here now, and I'm eager to see if it works on a truck. If it doesn't, we'll just hook it up to Dave Brown, because Dave Brown is more than capable of taking this. And that's why I should actually have just had the David Brown down here to begin with. The big advantage to using the truck over this tractor, of course, is the fact that this is limited to 20 miles an hour, which our truck most definitely is not. Okay, so got the truck down here. Let's back it up, see if we can connect it. I don't know if this will do this or not. A little bit further. It has got a blank plate at the back. Yeah, there we go. Nicely hooked on. No cables or anything, but yeah, we can use this. All right, let's take this up to the pancake sell point and get a little bit of extra money in. We're down to 6,986. And I think we need 16,000 for the actual maple syrup production. So we might have to go and sell something else before we can actually finish doing that today. And of course, the thing we have to do is we still got lots of flour kicking about. Here we come, around the top, past the shop. This doesn't look that odd. I was expecting this to look a little bit stranger than it does. But no, it works pretty well, to be honest. There we go. Selling off the pancakes. We're up to 14,649. Yeah, I think our best bet is going to be to go and sell a pallet of the flour. That should give us 1,500, and that should be enough for us to get the pancake production. And then from there, the maple syrup production. And then from there, I think we'll have a look and see what else we need. So let's grab one of these pallets. How many pallets have this got left? We've got 6 pallets of flour left. That's more than enough, especially as we're going to go into another round of creating flour in the near future. The thing we're short of at the moment is milk. So we want to see if we can get some more milk into the pancake factory, but not before I get a load of maple syrup. So let's get this loaded up. As we discovered with these last time, it's easier for me to do it from this angle, even if it does still seem to go underneath. Right, and as we've got no public roads here, I'm just going to stick this on the front of here and head down to... Well, actually, is the rail yard the best place? For flour at the moment, yep, it is still the train yard. Looking at how close this is going to leave us to where we're going to need to spend, I don't know if we might have to sell another one of these. We'll have to see how things go. Having enough flour is not a problem. We can always keep selling flour off occasionally to bring more money in. 15,000, 16,000 and 26. Yeah, we are going to be really close to having the right amount of cash. And in fact, by the time we've made it back to the farmyard, we have less than the money we need. So I'm just going to go and grab this one on the end and run that down to the train yard quickly. It'll make sense for us to give ourselves a bit of breathing space today. Although this tractor has finished. Perfect. So we can get this started on the second field. Now, I think this second field is going to give us a little bit of a problem because last time we tried to do one of these fields, or we tried to do the arable side of this. It detected this as one big field. So this time I'm hoping that might not be the case. We'll see how it does. Just bring this to here. Bring up here, and yeah, it's detecting it. You can see under here as one big field. Our grass here is not wide enough. So I'm going to have to generate a custom field. So we'll get out of there. And we will deselect the tractor. So I need to jump out of this and then go back in. And that then, yeah, gives me the chance to draw a custom field. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the whole field. Save it. Yes. Right. And now I need to select this field and edit it. And we'll have a quick look. And do you know what? That's not bad. We've got a couple of bits and pieces that are a bit outside. So I've got some fixing up to do there. But once I've done that, we're going to be good to go. And that is pretty good. I've gone around the whole field and just made everything fit as best I can. That is looking fairly well. We've got a little bit here that could possibly do with moving. That moves in slightly. Otherwise, yep, that's perfect. So out of here. And we will jump into our tractor. We will set up. So now it's picking up CP2. And we'll set it with exactly the same setup as before. It's going to start over there, though, so we want to do that. And actually, going around this way, we'll keep it inside when it gets near that tree as well, which will be really good. And while we're heading over, we will unfold the mower, hopefully. It's always difficult to tell when this mower is actually unfolding. Yeah, I heard a clunk, so that might actually be going. Is it? No, it's not. So unfold it. That should do it. Yeah, that's unfolding now. And that way we can go first waypoint a little bit ahead of it. And it should be absolutely fine for it. And we won't need to worry too much. In position, folded out, first waypoint. Away you go. And back into the mowing while we go and sell a bit more flour. Here's something that a lot of people have told me about that I should point out. And there's a reason why I haven't done any of these. So cutting this signpost with a chainsaw will permanently remove all trees from this area. Cutting this signpost with a chainsaw will permanently remove all loose scrap in this area. And cutting this signpost with a chainsaw will permanently remove all power lines from this area. So yeah, if you're on this map and you want to clear this area out a bit, you can cut any of those signposts down to do that. I'm not going to remove the scrap. I'm not looking to remove that at the moment. But just an interesting note, if you want to clear this area out and get rid of various bits and pieces, you can very easily just by cutting down those signposts. Let's get these unloaded onto here then. Give us that extra 1.5 grand we need to finish this off. There we go. 1,476. That should give us enough of a cushion now to be able to get our maple syrup production started. I'm back down to the yard again, and we'll just park this tractor up here. There we go, and can very quickly... I've downloaded the lumberjack mod, so now we can get rid of tree stumps with our chainsaw, which makes a lot of sense for us on here. The red circles are because that's the destruction symbol under that. So you can now tell if we're going to have little... tree, whether we're actually going to get wood or whether it's going to destroy a piece of wood from just from mousing over it like that or displaying it like that, which I think is really, really useful. Do we have any more tree stumps in this area? I think we have some. Yeah, we have some early ones, so we'll get rid of that as well, and that's got that job done. So we'll move well out of the way. And we can put our maple syrup production in now. So under production, I don't think it's under orchards. No, unfortunately. I think it must be under factories then. Let's have a look through here. No, it's under greenhouses. So we've got maple syrup production mod there. So this should fit in here quite nicely. Yeah. So I'm going to have to, again, turn off or do a free placement, as we have to around here normally. So 16,000 and into that space there. And that should work fairly well, I think. Yeah, we've got... This is, again, the scrap metal and stuff, which I'm not removing at the moment. That is a big part of that. Also, we've got a whole load of rocks in the middle here, but that's all fine. Oh, yeah. So this is our maple syrup production. We come over here. We can see what we need. We need water, and it will make maple syrup. So every 2 liters of water will make 1 liter of maple syrup. So if we get 2,000 liters, we'll make way more maple syrup than we need. Yeah, 4.5 maple syrups to 75 pancakes. Like the eggs, we're going to be swimming in maple syrup without the need for it too much. So let's go and hook up our little water tank, which is also our milk tank, and go and do that. We can't use this tractor for that, though, because this tractor has no electrical connection for a trailer, and therefore... we actually just can't empty that little tanker without an electrical connection. A little bit weird, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that's such a problem, but there's definitely no electrical connection out the back here. So as a result, we're going to have to use the truck. I'm kind of hoping I'm going to be able to fill this up from the river. It should take all of the water, our maple syrup production. Back it up. Will you refill from there? No. There's a water fill point up here at the top. That will do it. Not costing me anything to fill up, so that's good. That's what my chief worry was. I thought we might have to pay to get this water, but no, we are okay. So back to the farm. We can get the maple syrup producing. Perfect. We are now fully loaded with that. Let's start up the maple syrup production. So 2,000 liters of water. We're looking at about 1,000 liters of maple syrup. That should be more than enough. So we will activate that. And the maple syrup itself, we will change the output mode to distributing. So that goes straight across to the other side and into our pancake factory. And that should mean that fairly soon we're going to have a whole load of maple syrup coming into here. So what I want to do now is, while we've got this on the back of here, let's go and grab any milk that we have over with the cows so that we can get pancake production with the maple syrup now going as soon as we're able. There we are. Empty that there. Yeah, there we go. Full set of ingredients. We are waiting for the maple syrup, so I am going to activate that. That should say missing stuff. We've only got 5 liters of maple syrup. So that will come straight into here and start producing pancakes with maple syrup, which sell for just a little bit more than our standard pancakes do. So 3,935. Well, no, the selling station is 3,842. Here it's 4,584. So actually, it's the better way round to do it. I want to try and get things turned around fairly quickly. We'll set this off on course play on the second field so that the forage wagon can pick up fairly easily. In fact, I'm wondering how far through that field is it? Oh no, he still has the headlands to go. I think we'll probably have this field done by the time that tractor finishes mowing that one. So it's not going to take very long to windrow this up because this is not a very big field and this is quite a wide little windrower. Quite amazingly, it looks like in the time it's taken me to row up this field, the mower isn't actually going to be finished on the other one. We've got, yeah, it's still on the main body of the field. It hasn't even started to touch the outer edges yet. I think I'm just going to go and get the forage wagon. Let's just bring this in here. I want to see if we can incorporate this last little bit at the edge here into this. But yeah, that mower is going to be going a little bit longer yet. So easiest thing for us to do is just to head back to the farm, grab the forage wagon on this. I think seeing as the forage wagon eats up the fuel on this tractor, we will probably have to refuel the David Brown as well. What I'm also going to do though is just leave this over here because we're going to need this windrower on the other field anyway. We might as well just leave it here. And that way we don't have to traipse all the way back to the farm to get it. And can just very quickly switch things over once that mower has finished. Tractor is refueled and ready to go. So let's get this picked up. And yeah, that mower is still getting started on the, or still hasn't started the headlands. So I think we're going to end up with a nice clear field here at the end. We'll be able to get this tractor doing the windrowing on there, and I don't know, actually we might end up with this tractor doing the rolling on this field. We'll windrow with the other tractor, with the MB track, and get the forage wagon working, because yeah, if we can get these fields rolled today, that's going to make the second cut of silage for the year be really good as well. And make a massive difference. So it all depends on how much we can get done with these two tractors and really see where that leaves us. One thing I need to make sure of before we tip this in here and activate it is that I'm not distributing. We don't want to distribute this time because I want to hold some of this back. So let's have a look. We have got this on distributing, so we want that storing. We want to activate the grass silage creation, and then we can just tip this out and keep going, and that should mean that we can get some silage for our cows. As somebody pointed out, it's probably a heck of a lot cheaper to do it with the silage in here, especially as if I minimize the amount of silage, then it should work really well. So yeah, we're gonna use our own silage and just buy in some hay bales. Those are definitely cheaper than we can sell the silage for. 2 loads down and our mower has almost finished, so we will switch things around when we get back to the field. Seems like the amount we're getting off here is maybe not quite so high as we've had before. I'm not 100% sure about that. I need to sort of double check and see really how things have been previously, but It doesn't feel quite as good a yield at this point as we've had before. March, April, May, no, this should be fine. We should be 3 months growth, so that should all be good. And it's a little bit odd because we definitely got it to full fertilization, so not quite sure what's going on at the moment. And this should be our mower coming up to the end. I think this corner is the last point. Yeah, there we go. So what I'm going to do is just bring this round here, drop it off the back, and then I'll take this and we'll drop the mower off at the edge here. And then when we're clearing up in a little bit, we can just come and pick this up and take it away. Then we're going to swap these two tractors over. We'll get the David Brown on the windrower on the upper field while we start going behind it and collecting up. Basically, this is a great way for us to catch up and make sure that we get all of this done today, because well, it's going to be really good for us to get all this done today. Let's bring this to here. We want to set course. Again, we're on our second defined course. We want to do headland first. Yes, multiple tools. I'm going to go counterclockwise. And yeah, 2 headlands should be good. So generate me a fieldwork course. That's going to go around that fairly quickly. We'll start it off. So first waypoint, unfold the windrower. Get it into position. Yeah. And away you go. Perfect. That's off. Then I can hook this up, finish off this field here, and I think we're going to finish this and get started following that and not be too far behind it. So that's ideally what we want. We will, of course, fall a little bit further behind it as we fill up. But yeah, this at the moment should keep fairly good pace with our windrower. Yeah, we're into the field well in time to keep up with the windrower, and we'll only fall behind a bit when we go to empty this trailer. Slightly surprised I haven't fallen a full circuit around the field behind, especially if I can get this going fairly quickly. Yeah, we've managed to stay ahead of the David Brown, which is great news. Might be a little bit interesting in this corner where I want to avoid catching the crop. My best bet is to come around here like so, and then try and reverse up as far as I can towards that as possible. I think we might need to create a little bit more space here. Oh, yeah, let me pass, please. Thank you. Yeah, that worked. Blocked by me. I'm hoping that's going to... Well, I don't know, actually. Missing little bits, which we'll have to come and clean up later. Looking fairly good, though. I'm quite happy with where we are right now. We've got 3 full loads off these 2 fields. Probably looking at somewhere around 6 in total, which is not a bad amount. This is our 5th load into the fermenting silo. Our tractor, our David Brown, has finished work, which is excellent. So we want to go and collect that, get that back to the field, and get that running on rolling the first field while we finish off with the last couple of rows of grass on here. I don't think it's quite going to be 6 full trailers. Not far off, but it's, yeah, you can see these last sort of 2.5 rows. One of them is very thin with how much it has. So we'll park this up here. We'll grab this and we'll take this windrower back to the yard. We'll get the roller on the back and come and get this set up on the smaller grass field. This roller is a very slow piece of kit to get to the field. But we have got it up there, and we'll get this set up with course play fairly quickly. I'll be very happy to get both of these fields rolled today, although I doubt we'll actually get it rolled in the video. Let's get the initial course cleared, get a new course on this. Get a new course on this, and yeah, I'm going to bump the headlands up to 4 on here, I think. That should do best. Headlands first. I'm going to do it round, because otherwise there's too much maneuvering. Generate me a course. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Oh, actually, no, that's not. So I did say round, smooth. Maybe that will be better. There we go. Smooth is what I wanted. So 4 headlands should be enough space for this to turn. Let's come out of here then. See where our start point is. Should be just in front of us, I think. Oh yeah, except it's going the other way around the field. Doesn't matter that we'll just be doing a little bit of the rolling already. There we go. First waypoint, and away it goes. And wow, that's actually going pretty fast on that. So I'm going to finish this off and see if we can get one more trailer. But looks like we're almost done. And at 5:05, that is brilliant. I'm really quite pleased with how well today's gone. We've managed to set up the maple syrup, so that's going to only enhance our pancakes. We've managed to get both of our grass fields fully cut, and coming up to, I think we're going to have a 5.5 to 5 3/4 loads off here, so that's great. We should get both these fields rolled and prepared for the next time. I think we are doing really well on here, and for our last few videos, I think it's only going to get better. We've got some harvest to do. We've got some pancake selling to do. What would you like to see in the last few videos? Let me know in the comments down below. But we have finished this job. 5.5 trailers exactly, pretty much. And our roller is going. So I think I'm going to leave this here. So all that remains is for me to say
thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.